Okay, it does say it's recording. Good morning, guys. All right, you need to see me over here as well. So the first thing I want you to do is find on your computer. You can use your search bar, and I want you to search for. So if you see me, my search bar comes up to the right. Pasco. What you want is Pasco Capstone. Click on it, please. Now, what it's going to pull up is something that looks like. Give it a minute. Okay. So I should say this. Okay, what I want you to choose is the two displays here. And then there's nothing else you can do with it at this point. So leave the two displays, and then your group needs to get one of the two setups. Both of the setups are going to be the same, so I'm going to only explain it once, but you should be able to do the same thing for both. One's just a bigger version. I'm going to do the small version, so take a look at this video here, the one to your side of your screen. So what you see is the force apparatus setup. There's the black bar here. This is where you're going to put weights. You're going to set your weights on here. Notice there's a ruler. I'll explain how I want you to set up the ruler. Please don't mess with the setups. They're already set up fine. What you notice are these purple boxes. These purple boxes are force sensors, and attached to the force sensor is this cord. Then this is a USB link. This link allows you to connect to your computer. So where you're seeing this is it's connecting to my computer, which will allow you to collect data. Only one person will be able to do this. You don't want to have this connected to multiple. If there are two USB links, because there are two force sensors, make sure they're both connected. If they're both connected correctly, you will be able to access this. So once they're connected, your computer will say, oh look, they're connected. Mine are already connected. How I will know this is you can go over here to hardware setup, and it says force sensor links. Good job, you're successful. So to make sure it reads your force sense, click on this middle box here. Choose digits, and then it's going to ask you, I'm going to close hardware setup. It's going to have the select measurement. If you select measurement, I want you to choose force channel A1. That's going to choose one of these purple boxes down here. All right, you'll be able to figure it out once you set it up. Now do the same thing, digits. So click on that box, choose digits, select measurement, and channel B. Okay, if you notice, so I could set weight on these forces, and notice it's in newtons. Nothing's changing. It doesn't mean they're not working. In order for you to get them to work, you're going to have to choose this record button down here. Once you say record, notice one is reading as about 3 newtons, and one is sitting right around 0, or 7.110 to the negative 15th. So that's like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, you know what I mean, 15 zeros and then a set point, 15 zeros and a 7, 7, 1, so almost negligible amount. If I take this off, they should both read about 0. If they don't, on the front end of this, so I'm going to take this over here so you can see, on the front end, there's a 0 button. You need to hit 0, and it should take it back to 0. Both of them should read as 0, and please set your meter. Bring this a little closer. Set your meter so 0 is at the first force sensor, and 50, it's hard to see, is at the second force sensor. That will make your measurements a little bit easier. Now, as it's recording, you're going to start by putting it at quote-unquote 0. Put it at 0. You're going to record data that one side is recording as about 0, and the other side is recording at 3 newtons. Okay, this will change depending on what weight you put on here. Then you're going to move every about 10 centimeters and make a new recording. Notice this is moving. This now has 2.3 newtons. This has 6 newtons, or 0.6 newton. You're going to see that shift all the way down. You should add these. Every time they should add to what you got on the first end. Okay? Do that for everything, record it, and then you're going to end up with 2 lines. You're going to have, when you graph it, you're going to have a graph for this line, force sensor B, and force sensor A. So make sure you make those recordings correctly. Okay, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to have the exact same setup for the force plates. It's just going to be larger, and the mass you're going to use for that is your physical body. So you're going to have one of those yellow tape measures laid across the the board that you're going to put across the force plates, and they're like giant force sensors. You can stand on them. You could jump on them. Please don't. We're going to save that for another time. But you can kind of do a little bounce if you have the time, but we're not going to waste time jumping on force sensors today. So those are big force plates. They're about, here, I'm trying to give you about this big-ish. And they lay on the ground, and there'll be a board across it, but it'll be the same setup. So set this up correctly. Once you have it set up, it should be very quick to gather data. Once you gather the data, I will be posting questions for you to answer afterwards. So reference this, rewind if you need more instructions or need to go over it again. Don't ask me questions until after you've watched this video. All right, hope it helps. Bye. Okay. Oh, I stopped one.